Welcome aboard your aerial adventure over Rio de Janeiro, where the city unfolds like a living mosaic beneath your wings. From the towering Cristo Redentor to the sun-kissed curves of Copacabana and the lush canopy of Tijuca forest, every glance reveals a rhythm of nature and culture in perfect harmony. As we glide above Samba-filled streets and golden shores, let the spirit of Rio rise to meet you, vibrant, breathtaking, and unforgettable. Rising like a sacred mountain in the heart of Rio de Janeiro, the Metropolitan Cathedral of San Sebastian stands with its bold, conical design inspired by Mayan pyramids. Designed by Edgar Fonseca and completed in 1979, this modernist marvel stands 75 meters tall and welcomes up to 20,000 visitors beneath its soaring stained glass windows. Dedicated to San Sebastian, the patron saint of Rio, the cathedral blends spiritual reverence with architectural audacity, its kaleidoscope of light and vast interior offering a serene escape from the city's vibrant pulse.
Maracanã Stadium, officially known as Estádio Jornalista Mário Filho, is a legendary football temple nestled in the heart of Rio de Janeiro. Originally built for the 1950 FIFA World Cup, it once held over 170,000 roaring fans and remains Brazil's largest stadium today. Home to iconic clubs like Flamengo and Fluminense, and hosts two historic matches including Pelé's 1000th goal and the 2014 World Cup final, Maracanã is a living monument to Brazil's passion for the beautiful game, echoing with decades of triumph, heartbreak, and samba-fueled celebration.
Tijuca National Park is a lush sanctuary nestled within the urban sprawl of Rio de Janeiro, often hailed as one of the world's largest urban rainforests. Spanning nearly 4,000 hectares, this vibrant green expanse is a living testament to Brazil's reforestation efforts, transforming once barren coffee plantations into a thriving ecosystem teeming with tropical birds, monkeys, waterfalls, and towering peaks. Home to iconic landmarks like the Christ the Redeemer statue and Vista Chinesa, the park offers a breathtaking blend of natural beauty and cultural heritage, inviting visitors to hike, climb, and breathe deeply in the lungs of Rio.
Jacarepaguá, mediado in Rio de Janeiro's West Zone, is a sprawling district rich in history, nature, and cultural energy. Its name, rooted in Tupi language, means shallow pond of caimans, a nod to its marshy origins. Today, it's a vibrant mosaic of sub-neighborhoods like Taquara, Freguesia, and Curicica, blending urban life with pockets of lush greenery.
Once home to the famed Jacarepaguá racetrack and now a hub for Latin America's largest TV studios, the area also hosts parts of the Olympic Park and borders the vast Pedra Branca State Park. With Samba schools, historic churches, and a legacy of colonial sugar mills, Jacarepaguá pulses with a rhythm that's uniquely Carioca, where tradition meets transformation. Tucked away in the serene district of Guarachiba, Marambaia Beach is one of Rio de Janeiro's best-kept secrets, a pristine stretch of golden sand lapped by the calm, azure waters of the South Atlantic. Nestled within an environmentally protected area, it offers a tranquil escape from the city's bustle, with rich biodiversity, gentle waves perfect for swimming, and scenic trails that wind through lush coastal greenery. Whether you're sunbathing, snorkeling, or simply soaking in the silence, Marambaia invites you to experience Rio's wilder, quieter side, where nature whispers and time slows. Just across Guanabara Bay from Rio de Janeiro lies Niterói, a coastal city that blends modern elegance with deep indigenous roots. Founded in 1573 by the Tupi chief Arariboia, it's the only Brazilian city established by an indigenous leader. Today, Niterói is known for its high quality of life, stunning beaches like Icaraí and Itacoatiara, and architectural gems such as the futuristic Contemporary Art Museum, designed by Oscar Niemeyer. Connected to Rio by the iconic Rio-Niterói Bridge, the city offers panoramic views, vibrant cultural spaces, and a laid-back charm that makes it both a peaceful retreat and a dynamic urban neighbor.
Sugarloaf Mountain, or Pão de Açúcar, rises 396 meters above the mouth of Guanabara Bay, its granite peak sculpted by time and crowned by sky. Named for its resemblance to the traditional cone-shaped molds used in sugar refining, this iconic landmark is one of Rio de Janeiro's most beloved symbols. Visitors ascend via a glass-walled cable car, gliding between the mountain and neighboring Morro da Urca, with sweeping views of Copacabana, Christ the Redeemer, and the shimmering Atlantic. An UNESCO World Heritage Site, Sugarloaf is more than a viewpoint. It's a poetic perch where nature, history, and cityscape converge in breathtaking harmony.
500.
Botafogo is a charming beachfront neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro South Zone, cradled between the hills of Mundo Novo and São João, and gazing out over the calm waters of Guanabara Bay. Named after a 16th century artillery officer whose galleon earned the fiery moniker Botafogo, the area blends historical depth with modern elegance. Its crescent-shaped beach offers postcard views of Sugarloaf Mountain, while tree-lined streets host a mix of cultural institutions, cozy cafes, and the iconic Botafogo de Futebol e Regatas Club. With a rich legacy and a laid-back vibe, Botafogo is where Rio's urban pulse meets scenic serenity.
Cessna Yankee Foxtrot Charlie, leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Cessna Yankee Foxtrot Charlie, did you copy?
Christ the Redeemer, or Cristo Redentor, stands with outstretched arms atop Mount Corcovado, embracing Rio de Janeiro in a silent gesture of peace and protection. Completed in 1931 and soaring 30 meters high with an additional 8-meter pedestal, the statue is the world's largest Art Deco sculpture and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Designed by French sculptor Paul Landowski and Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa, it's clad in soapstone and reinforced concrete, visible from nearly every corner of the city. More than a religious icon, Christ the Redeemer is a cultural beacon, symbolizing Brazil's spirit, resilience, and the breathtaking harmony between nature and faith. The construction of Christ the Redeemer was a monumental feat of faith, engineering, and international collaboration. The idea was first proposed in the mid-1850s, but it wasn't until 1920 that the Catholic Church in Rio reignited the project, rallying public support and donations. Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa led the design, with French sculptor Paul Landowski crafting the statue's clay model in sections, which were shipped to Brazil for assembly. The statue was built atop Mount Corcovado between 1922 and 1931 using reinforced concrete for strength and covered with over 6 million soapstone tiles for its smooth, luminous finish. Workers had to brave treacherous terrain and unpredictable weather to complete the 30-meter tall figure with arms stretching 28 meters wide. The face was sculpted by Romanian artist George Leonida, adding a serene expression to this towering symbol of peace. Here's a striking fact. Christ the Redeemer is hit by lightning multiple times a year. And it's not just a light show. Some strikes have actually damaged this statue. In 2014, a bolt broke off part of the right thumb. Because the original soapstone used in construction is now in short supply, repairs often use darker stone, meaning the statue is gradually changing color over time. So next time you see it
gleaming in the sun, know that it's not just a symbol of peace, it's also a silent survivor of the skies.
Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon, often called the heart of Rio, is a shimmering saltwater lake, nestled between Rio de Janeiro's most elegant neighborhoods, Lagoa, Ipanema, and Leblon, and framed by dramatic mountains like Corcovado and Dois Irmãos. Once sacred to the Tamoios people, and later named after a Portuguese landowner, the lagoon now pulses with modern life. Cyclists and joggers circle its 7.5-kilometer path, rowers glide across its surface, and sunsets paint the water in fiery hues. Rocinha, nestled between the upscale neighborhoods of São Conrado and Gávea, is Rio de Janeiro's largest favela and a vibrant symbol of urban resilience. Home to around 70,000 residents, this hillside community began as a modest farming settlement. Its name means little farm, and has grown into a densely populated neighborhood with concrete homes, bustling markets, and a strong local economy. Despite its informal origins, Rocinha boasts schools, banks, cable TV, and even its own media channel, TV Hockey. With colorful street art, samba rhythms, and a powerful sense of community, Rocinha poses with creativity and grit, offering a raw yet deeply human perspective on life in Rio. Ipanema is one of Rio de Janeiro's most iconic neighborhoods, famed for its golden beach, vibrant street life, and the timeless allure of The Girl from Ipanema. Nestled between Copacabana and Leblon in the city's south zone, it blends elegance with bohemian charm, where surfers, artists, and sun-seekers mingle along the shore and sip espresso in stylish cafes. With its grid-like streets, upscale boutiques, and the dramatic backdrop of the Dois Irmãos Mountains,
Ipanema pulses with a rhythm that's both cosmopolitan and deeply carioca. It's not just a place, it's a mood, a melody, and a postcard come to life.
Copacabana is Rio de Janeiro's most iconic seaside neighborhood, famed for its sweeping 4-kilometer beach, lined with the signature black and white wave-patterned promenade. Nestled between the Atlantic Ocean and the city's south zone, it pulses with energy day and night, where sunbathers, street vendors, and Samba beats share the shoreline. Once a quiet fishing village, Copacabana transformed into a glamorous destination with the opening of the Copacabana Palace Hotel in 1923, drawing celebrities, artists, and revelers from around the world. Today, it's a dazzling blend of history, hospitality, and carioca spirit, especially during New Year's Eve, when millions gather to welcome the new year in a sea of fireworks and joy.
As our plane gently descends toward the vibrant heart of Rio de Janeiro, we leave behind a skybound journey stitched together by wonder, history, and breathtaking beauty. From the geometric grace of the Metropolitan Cathedral of San Sebastian to the roaring legacy of Maracanã Stadium, we soared over monuments of faith and arenas of passion. Tijuca National Park unfurled beneath us like a green ocean, its peaks and waterfalls whispering the secrets of Brazil's natural soul, while Jacarepaguá revealed a patchwork of urban life, Olympic legacy, and cultural depth. We traced the quiet elegance of Marembaia Beach and crossed Guanabara Bay to glimpse Niterói's artistic skyline and indigenous roots. Sugarloaf Mountain rose like a sentinel of stone, offering panoramic views that stitched together sea, city, and sky. Botafogo's Crescent Bay shimmered below, framed by colonial charm and modern rhythm. Christ the Redeemer stood watchful atop Corcovado, arms wide in eternal embrace, while Rodrigo de Freitas Lagoon mirrored the city's pulse in its tranquil waters. Rocinha's vibrant hillside life reminded us of Rio's resilience and creativity. Finally, the golden shores of Ipanema and Copacabana danced with the spirit of samba, sun, and celebration.
This was a fly through Rio's soul, a city of contrasts and harmony, where granite meets grace, and every corner tells a story. Obrigado for joining us in the skies. May the memory of this journey linger like the scent of sea breeze and the rhythm of distant drums.